What are you made of? I mean, what are you really made of? When you find yourself staring adversity in the eyes, what lies at the very core of your character?
Let's talk about character for a second. Character is the reflection of what is truly at the center of your heart. It's not about the words we speak, it's about the actions we take.
Anyone can talk a great talk, to mislead, to pose, and to evade the truth, whether intentionally or unintentionally. The character is about how we actually live our lives. Not what we tell people we would do in a given situation, but what we actually do. Our outward behavior when the difficult situation arises is what reveals the attitude and motivators inside our hearts. Anyone can hide the true nature of what's on the inside, but it is much more difficult to put on a mask in the midst of challenging circumstances. It's often during those storms that people's true colors are revealed, and depending on your character, you will reveal greatness or ugliness. Life is a continuous succession of both small and large problems. No sooner do you get control of one situation when you are hit by another. What we all need to recognize is that as we grow and develop and take more responsibility and become more successful, the challenges that we face grow right along with us.
As a child, we had small problems with limited consequences. As adults, we have larger problems with much larger consequences. No matter how focused, clever, or careful you are, you will face struggles, challenges, difficulties, and sometimes heartbreaking adversities every single day, week, and month of your life.
God for that. None of us could have possibly become the people who we are today if we had not contended with the adversity along the way. Because you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. Because adversity will often thrust you full throttle into your destiny. James 1:2-6 says, "Whenever trouble comes your way, let it be an opportunity for joy. For when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow. For when your endurance is fully developed, you will be strong in character and ready for anything." When adversity strikes, you must clear your mind. Get yourself into a state where you are calm and cool and in full control of your emotions and senses. Back off mentally and become as objective as possible.
Step back and look at the problem with a certain amount of detachment, almost as if it were happening to someone else. When you can analyze your adversity clearly, you can see opportunities and turn them into your best advantage.
Face your adversity with a growth mindset. How will you grow through this situation? Is it building and refining your character? Is it revealing what is at the center of your heart and exposing areas where you need to make a change? Or is God preparing you to become an example to guide others? Get your mind right, then use these 4 steps to battle through your adversity.
Step 1 is to define your problem clearly. What exactly is the problem? What exactly are you worrying about?
If you struggle to form your thoughts and clearly identify the key problem, then you need to write it out. Make sure that it's a single problem. That's important. If you feel like you have more than one problem, then write out clear definitions of all the problems that you feel you have. Then determine how they collectively constitute the one thing that you are worrying about.
Step 2 is to determine the worst possible outcome. Ask yourself, what is the worst possible thing that can happen in this situation?
You're thinking to yourself, really, Justin? This doesn't seem like a good idea at all. Stay with me. This step can actually be extremely therapeutic because in many cases, the worst case scenario is not a life-altering situation, although in some cases it may be. Regardless, guys, be frank and honest with yourself. You might lose your money or a relationship. It may be a customer, someone, or something else that is really important to you. But if everything fell apart, what is the worst thing that could possibly occur? Write it down.
Step 3 is even harder than step 2. You need to resolve that you can accept the worst should it occur.
Having identified the worst possible outcome, you now can go through the mental exercise of navigating how you will respond to that worst possible outcome should it occur. The remarkable thing is that as soon as you stop resisting that worst possible outcome, you can calm yourself, as that is where the majority of our stress and anxiety manifests. We spend all of our time and energy trying to prevent the worst from happening, which places us in a revolving cycle of tension and worry. When you can stop resisting the worst possible outcome, your mind will clear and your ability to deal with the situation will improve dramatically. Now, resolving that you can accept the worst possible outcome does not mean that you are mentally deciding that the worst is going to happen. There's a difference, and you must be extremely careful with your thoughts and words and keep your mind focused on solutions.
Your fourth and final step is to immediately begin improving upon your worst.
All of your mental resources into the battle against your adversity to either minimize the problem or resolve the difficulty. Concentrate on the future. Do not focus on what happened, why it happened, or who is responsible. Think only about the question, what do I do now? How can you minimize the consequences? What is the next step that you can take? And the second step, and the third step, and so on. Imagine yourself already having gone through that adversity and now facing the outcome. What steps can I take right now to immediately begin improving on my worst? Successful people are not people without life problems. Successful people are people who respond quickly and proactively to their problems. You must think them through in advance, anticipate them, and when you can't, use this 4-step method to resolve whatever difficulty you face. In dealing with adversity, guys, your ability to ask questions is essential. As long as you are asking questions, you are expanding the range of options and possibilities that are open to you. As long as you are asking questions, you are keeping your mind calm and remaining cool and objective. You're not allowing yourself to get caught up in your emotions, which is where most people fail. Every single one of us will face adversity. When it strikes, keep your thoughts on where you're going, not on where you've been. Keep your eyes on your goals and your chin up. Resolve in advance that you will meet and overcome any difficulty that comes your way. And then no matter what happens, don't give up until you do. The struggle that you're in today is developing the strength you need for tomorrow.